Rightio, and welcome to this lesson on boring. I'll try not to make it too boring, but there's no guarantees. So, internal boring is OD turning or turning in itself, same operation, so I'm going to select this tool up here. Alright, name the operation. Bore DIA 40 mil. I'm going to select my geometry, click the new. So what I need here, now what I will do is I want to select this edge, cancel that. Let's try that again. I'm going to select this edge and finish up there. So there's the face. Now the reason why I did select this edge is because I do want it to put a bit of a chamfer on there. So stick with me and you might learn something. So that's the chain that I want for this operation. I'm going to click OK to that. I do need to modify the geometry. So what I want to do is I do want to auto extend the end. No, I don't. I just want to extend this because I've already got the through hole through there. I don't need to worry about it, but I do just want it to just drop down a little bit past that hole there. I will try something here. No. Oh, delta. Try this. Let's go -10. Does that do anything for me? I'm going to try that. I wanted to see if it would shorten this up a bit. Shouldn't worry too much because I've got most of the stock removed already because I faced it. There's only what's left. And the turning operations really are intuitive in that sense there. So this ain't going to make a lick of difference. So I'm going to click OK to that. That's got the geometry I want. I really didn't need to change much, but we do need a tool. Let's add a tool. Select. I want to add an internal tool, and this time I'm going to add it to the, we'll go to the turret yet again. Add it here. So the tool I've chosen I've got this boring bar here which has this type of insert which is a CCMT. Let's just copy that. Catalog number, look at that, you can paste that in there. So CCMT. Wait, where are you? There. 09 T3 04. Look at that. Exactly what I wanted. So if we come back to the holder, I do find that the boring bars don't tend to be quite exactly what we need. Well, look at this sucker. Alright, let's get the proper cutting data for this here. So everything should be correct there. That's right. That's correct. Shank diameter, I'm pretty sure I selected a 25 mil. Decon is a 25 mil. Sweet. The one I'm looking at, WF is 17. So that is M17, that's correct. N, that is 35. But Y is that so thin? It's round, straight. What the? That is one strange looking boring bar. Anyway, it's what we've got. It's gonna show us collision if it doesn't, so yeah. Alright, I haven't seen it do that before, so I'm going to accept that as my tool. Looks like it will go in rather nicely. Rightio, levels. Shouldn't need to worry about levels there. Technology. So the fact that we selected a boring bar tool, it automatically defaults to longitudinal internal. We are going to rough this out. There, the roughing is based on the stock remaining, so we've got a 32mm hole bore up the guts. The rest is up for grabs there. It's a square shoulder, so it's not going to matter too much as to what we do here. We are going to rough and finish with this tool, so I'm going to leave the same amount on there. Semi-finish, no. Finish, yes. ISO turning method, that seems to be the best. Only one pass, and I will put the cutter radius comp in. Now the reason why I did select that front face of the geometry was so that it put a break in edges. I'll get to that shortly. So no, I don't want any descending and break edges. So external corners. Let's try this sucker here. Internal corners. That's them there. So external corners, I'm pretty sure. Angle, that's fine. I don't want a chamfer. I want a... no, I do want a chamfer. And let's make it a good 0.5. Distance there. Angle's 45. Yep. Let's save that and see what happens. Collision detection simulation. Proper modification. Rightio, I've worked out where I've made a mistake. So the U-drill, when we went in and drilled the bore of our hole, we left 1/2 mil on that face at the bottom of the hole. Now, because I have a Z value of 0.2 on the roughing, what it wants to do is it wants to rough out that 0.3, the difference between the bottom of the U-drill to the roughing amount all the way down the bottom. And that's why it's colliding with the bottom back part of the bore. So I'm going to expand that out to 0.5. So by doing that, it's going to rough that out. It's going to leave a bit to finish on that face, but we'll see how this works, if this fixes it, and we can do that. So I'm going to save and calculate. Yes. Simulate. Got no crash errors. Solid verify. Half section. Alright, we'll step it in, bring the bore. That's better. See how the tool came in? And it's coming from the correct direction. That first cut. Much better. Does the chamfer, and we get a crash. Alright, so this boring bar is way too big for it to go all the way to the center. So for us to do that, we're going to have to go to a different size boring bar. So I'm going to continue to that. So exit out of that. Let's edit our tool. Select the tool. So our tool holder, same tip insert. Let's go to a 20mm. There. So if I change this to a 20 mil, there we go, use this one. WF is now 13 mil. To the center, height, LDR, still 35, everything else is the same, so that's 13. That looks a better tool, so I'm going to accept that. Let's see what happens now. I'm going to save and calculate. So I'll verify. Plenty of clearance. A little bit. But that's got my hole that I need bored out, so I'm going to exit out of there. And that completes this boring tutorial on boring.